Hey everyone, welcome to another Pokemon Masters video. Are Gigantamax versions of certain Galarian Pokemon belonging to these certain sync pairs, are they coming to Pokemon Masters? Now, just the other day when I summoned for Inteleon, right? Summer Gloria and Inteleon are out as seasonal sync pairs. Let's talk about a pattern that I found. This Pokemon has Snipe Shot, a Water type, Dark Pulse, Dark type, Air Slash, Flying type, right? A lot of the Galarian Sync pairs have a pattern here. The first time I've noticed that there are three different type moves for Pokemon was from Leon's Charizard. So Leon's Charizard, right, has Earthquake, Hurricane, and Inferno. Then when I stumbled upon Duraludon, when his Pokefair just dropped, he has Steel Beam, Rock Slide, and Dragon Pulse, which are all different typed moves. And then seeing Dreadnought, Razor Shell, Rock Tomb, Jaw Lock. These three are different types of moves as well. There's a pattern here when it comes to these Galarian Sync pairs. Marnie's Grimmsnarl, although Bulk Up is a fighting type stat buff, it's a fighting type move. We have Spirit Break and Crunch, right? Those are different types of moves, although the other version of Marnie has Thunder Shock and Power Trip, and Morpeko doesn't have a Gigantamax version. But now that we've seen Inteleon and Grimmsnarl, both these two Pokemon belonging to these sync pairs are able to Gigantamax. Right, in Pokemon Sword and Shield Main Game series, they're able to become a different form of themselves when they become a Gigantamax Pokemon. So let's discuss about the pattern here, starting off with Leon's Charizard. Now, let's have a thought discussion, predictions, if you will, about these different sync pairs of Pokemon, and definitely leave a comment below after you hear me out about what I'm thinking here. So, Leon's Charizard will most likely get a Gigantamax version of his Charizard. Also, one thing before I get to start, many of you probably have thought about that already by now. Maybe you've left it in a Reddit comment, or you've left it in someone's YouTube or comment or whatever. But I am making this video just to be clear that that a comment was dropped on my recent summons for Marnie and Grimmsnarl, so I have to bring this up. And it just dawned upon me that, you know what, we need to bring this out of here. So, starting off with Leon's Charizard, I believe and I predict that we may be getting a Gigantamax version of Charizard. It makes quite sense here. I'm also thinking, rather, that the Duraludon will also be a Gigantamax form. So, the pattern is kind of showing that, especially since the release of these sync pair units, Marnie's Grimmsnarl and Gloria's Teleon. Like, I definitely can see the pattern here that certain sync pairs will get their Gigantamax version, and Duraludon is without a question. Teleon, different type moves as well, but we can most likely see a Gigantamax version of Inteleon coming out to Pokemon Masters. Following this pattern of different type moves, we have Grimmsnarl, Spirit Break, Crunch, Bulk Up, right? And last but not least, Dreadnought, right? The Gigantamax version of Dreadnought, Jaw Lock, Razor Shell, Rock Tomb. There's a pattern that's going on. If you see what I'm talking about, trainers, there's a pattern that's going on here. And to put the icing on the cake, these Pokemon, or trainers Pokemon, if you will, have a freebie or a free move next effect. Let's discuss. Let's talk about starting off with Leon's Charizard. The next effect comes from Strike Oppose. If you read Strike Oppose, and if you have Leon and Charizard, it applies the free move next effect to the user. Next, we have Duraludon. Duraludon has Top This, applies the free move next effect to the user. Right then and there. Okay? We have Inteleon. All right, just a recent sync pair Pokemon that just dropped for the summer season. We have Critical Freebie 4, which has a 50% chance of applying the free move next effect to the user when it lands a critical hit. On top of that, we have Dreadnought. Dreadnought's passive skill, natural passive skill, is the Restrained Freebie 3, which has a 40% chance of applying the free move next effect to the user when its attack move is successful while it is restrained. So whether you want to take that as like, free move next effect, that's not really much, but I just want to put that there as that's something that has been a pattern lately for Pokemon Masters. And so I've noted, so from what to take away from what I'm sharing is the fact that we have five five out of the 9 Galarian sync pairs that are able to, as of now, become Gigantamax Pokemon. Right? 5 out of the 9 that I just mentioned. They have different type moves, different types moves, and on top of that, the free move next effect. Maybe that free move next effect might be replaced with something different. Their trainer moves might change. Who knows what will happen? With all these predictions and all these in mind, I want to know what you guys think about what I've shared so far in Pokemon Masters and in the channel. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love for you to share your comments, your thought process. Are Gigantamax coming as well to Pokemon Masters? Not just Dynamax, but are Gigantamax coming as well? So leave your comments below. I'd love to know also, um, oh, will we be getting sync buffs? Or even on top of this, are these Galar pairs going to have a multiplier like 5 times, 10 times if they're Dynamax? What do you think? What do you think will happen for these Galar sync pairs as we get more and more sync pairs in the future from Pokemon Sword Shield main game series? All right, trainers, that's gonna be it for today. I want to leave you with that excitement, maybe hype, and I'll see you all in the next video.